Ancient Troy. A massive wooden horse sits at the city gates, a gift from their enemies. The Trojans celebrate, believing it's a peace offering. But we all know how that story ends. Hidden inside that horse, an army ready to burn everything to the ground. The world hasn't changed, only the horses have. Today's Trojan horses don't roll in on wheels. They walk in grinning. The coworker who just wants to help. The neighbor who only has your best interest at heart. The ally who swears loyalty, until it costs them. Most people assume that being nice is a virtue, that it signals good character, trustworthiness, and sincerity. But Sigma males know better. They've seen how nice is often just a mask, a carefully crafted persona used to manipulate, deceive, or gain social leverage. The world conditions people to believe that those who smile the most and agree the most have the best intentions. But in reality, the loudest displays of niceness often hide the deepest flaws. Sigma males don't fall for it. They've learned, through experience, that true strength lies in authenticity, not in people-pleasing. They don't trust words. They trust patterns. And time after time, they've seen nice people buckle under pressure, betray their own values for approval, or reveal their true colors when they think no one is watching. In this video, we're breaking down exactly why Sigma males destroy nice people, and why, more often than not, they're right to be cautious. Let's get into it. 1. They know that niceness doesn't equal loyalty. Most people assume that if someone is nice to them, they must also be loyal. But Sigma males know this is one of the biggest lies in human nature. Niceness is easy. It costs nothing to smile, to offer a few pleasant words, or to appear agreeable. Loyalty, on the other hand, requires sacrifice. It demands commitment, integrity, and the willingness to stand firm, even when it's inconvenient. Sigma males have seen it time and time again. People who are friendly in good times but disappear when tested. They recognize that many nice people operate on social convenience. They are agreeable when there's no risk, but when faced with conflict, pressure, or competing interests, their niceness evaporates. A Sigma doesn't measure trustworthiness by how someone treats them when things are easy. They observe how that person behaves when standing by them carries a cost. Just as James Cars's theory of finite and infinite games, where finite players seek short-term wins, while infinite players think long-term. Many nice people operate with a finite mindset. Their niceness exists only as long as it benefits them in the moment. Loyalty, on the other hand, belongs to infinite players, those who commit even when it's not convenient. Even studies have shown that most self-identified, agreeable individuals admitted to abandoning allies during conflicts to maintain social harmony. To Sigmas, this proves niceness prioritizes comfort over commitment. This is why Sigma males remain skeptical of surface-level niceness. They know that true loyalty is proven, not performed. And they'd rather have one brutally honest ally than 100 nice people who will fold the moment loyalty demands something real from them. 2. Most nice people harbor hidden resentment. A consistently nice person might seem like the safest, most agreeable presence in the room. But Sigma males know that forced niceness often comes at a cost. Repressed emotions. When someone prioritizes being liked over expressing their true feelings, their unspoken frustrations don't just disappear. They accumulate beneath the surface. As Sigmund Freud rightly put it, unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive, and will come forth later in uglier ways. Sigma males have seen this play out repeatedly. People who suppress their real opinions, hide their frustrations, and avoid conflict to maintain their nice persona. But no one can bury their emotions forever. That bottled-up resentment eventually seeps out, sometimes as passive aggression, sometimes as quiet bitterness, and sometimes as covert sabotage. The friend who always went along with everything suddenly turns distant. The coworker who was endlessly accommodating starts undermining you in subtle ways. Unlike most, Sigma males don't mistake politeness for peace of mind. They are wary of those who never push back, never disagree, and never express frustration. Because in their experience, those are the ones most likely to turn against you when their hidden resentment finally reaches its breaking point. 3. Niceness is often a mask for incompetence. Some people hide their shortcomings behind a pleasant demeanor. They rely on charm, politeness, and an ever-smiling face to avoid scrutiny. Sigma males recognize this for what it is, a defense mechanism used by those who lack actual ability. In professional settings, incompetent individuals often compensate for their lack of skill by being overly accommodating. They build relationships based on friendliness rather than competence, hoping that their likability will shield them from being exposed. This pattern is so common that management expert Lawrence J. Peter coined the term the Peter Principle, which states, in a hierarchy, every employee tends to rise to their level of incompetence. Many who reach positions beyond their ability survive not by improving, but by leaning harder on their niceness to avoid being questioned. Much like the Dunning-Kruger effect, those least capable overestimate their social value through charm. For Sigmas, competence is the ultimate currency. They distrust niceness because it's a distraction from merit. They don't measure people by their charm, but by their effectiveness. They know that when real challenges arise, a friendly demeanor won't fix problems, only competence will. 4. Niceness is often just social agreeableness. There's a vast difference between being genuinely kind and simply being nice. Sigma males understand that much of what people call niceness is just an instinct to avoid friction, not an indicator of strong character. Many individuals are nice, not because they are good-hearted, but because they fear confrontation, rejection, or the discomfort of standing alone. As Winston Churchill put it, an appeaser is one who feeds a crocodile, hoping it will eat him last. Sigma males see this pattern clearly. People who always nod in agreement, who never challenge the status quo, and who go along with whatever pleases the majority aren't displaying virtue, they're displaying self-preservation. Their niceness isn't a sign of integrity, it's a survival tactic. Irving Goffman termed it the face work, the effort to maintain others' dignity at the cost of truth. This is why Sigma males are skeptical of those who are overly accommodating. They understand that someone who avoids conflict at all costs cannot be trusted when real courage is required. Instead of valuing surface-level politeness, Sigmas seek out individuals who are real, those who stand firm in their beliefs, even when it's inconvenient. 5. Being nice is a performance meant to earn favors. For many people, being nice isn't an expression of genuine goodwill. It's a strategy. Sigma males understand that kindness, when performed too eagerly, often comes with an expectation of return. Whether it's social approval, special treatment, or access to opportunities, nice people often use their politeness as a tool to earn favors. This isn't just speculation, it's human psychology. Robert Cialdini's principle of reciprocity bias explains why people feel obligated to return kindness, even when it wasn't requested. It is a deeply ingrained human tendency to avoid feeling indebted to others. People are naturally uncomfortable with the idea of owing someone something, so they are motivated to repay the favor to restore balance and freedom. Many so-called nice individuals understand this dynamic and use it subtly to register unspoken debts. They offer warmth, not out of sincerity, but as a way to position themselves for future benefit. You've seen the videos. A tourist wanders through a city square when a smiling local approaches, waving colorful handmade bracelets. Free gift. For good luck. They insist, tying the bracelet around the tourist's wrist before they can refuse. The interaction feels warm, even generous until the tone shifts. Suddenly, the friendly local demands payment for the donation to orphanage. Sigma males don't operate this way, nor do they fall for it. They measure people by their actions when there's nothing to gain. To them, the real test of character isn't how nice someone appears. It's whether that person remains the same when no favors are at stake. 6. Most nice acts are just subtle manipulations. Subtle acts of niceness, much like the infamous Trojan horse, an outwardly generous offering that conceals a calculated intrusion into one's defenses. This form of social maneuvering is not an accidental byproduct of politeness, but a deliberate strategy to ease oneself into a position of influence. It's the kind of behavior that appears disarming on the surface, yet is meticulously orchestrated to lower the guard of those on the receiving end, setting the stage for later, more decisive moves. Sigmas recognize niceness as a tool for influence. An individual who begins a conversation with flattery is more likely to extract confidential information, a tactic Sigmas neutralize with icy detachment. People comply with those they find pleasant. But Sigmas, immune to flattery, dissect the agenda. They see the PTA parent who volunteers relentlessly to gain gossip access, or the helpful neighbor probing for vulnerabilities. To a Sigma, unsolicited niceness is rarely benign. It's reconnaissance, but where others feel obligated to reciprocate. Sigmas weaponize indifference. They shut down potential manipulation before it starts. If these points resonated with you, we would love to hear your thoughts in the comments section. Also, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, share it, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.